sky's gonna break, everything will escape, and I'll know.
You see that little fella right there? Well, that little fella's new. And if you notice right up top, there's a blue box with a camera on it. I live in a town with no stoplights. I live in a town with 3,400 people. I live in a town with absolutely zero crime. And then yet, right outside my window, I see some men in a nondescript van installing this. So I walk up to the van and they won't let me record, and they have a hard time identifying to me who it is that's paying them to install these transponders and cameras. Well, it's no big deal. It's some sort of technology thing. It's not, it's safety. Safety. Okay. Well, let's take a look. Here's another one. There's one right behind it. There's another camera like that. Well, Richie, that's just for technology. It's just for safety. It certainly isn't the 5G, and they're certainly not monitoring you, even though there's two cameras, one pointing directly at my house.
Meet Project AirGig. We found a way to send multi-gigabit speeds using infrastructure you see every day, power lines. It starts with low-cost plastic antennas and devices developed in our labs. When these devices are placed along the power lines, the signals travel around or near the lines, not through them. These millimeter wave signals can enable ultra-fast connections nearly anywhere in a big city, rural town, in the US, or around the world. This project has the potential to bring it to you where you live, work, and play. Smartphone, tablet, self-driving cars, augmented reality, telemedicine. We thought about all of it. One of our strengths is delivering what we call oxygen, or connectivity, to people in a variety of ways. What you see looks simple. What it does isn't. This isn't your parents' telephone company. This is the future, and it's closer than you might think.
In order for them to put their New World Order plan into effect, they're going to have these everywhere. Absolutely everywhere. You remember the mystery towers that people were talking about that went up overnight in New York City, and no officials, nobody would tell us. It's none of our business what these things are. That are excise tax, gas tax, income tax, everything else that we pay them goes up. But now they're installing these things. They want these everywhere, because if not, this will keep on happening.
Once the technology is proven, will be able to bring us a lot of information. That information can be used by fire department, the police department, the mayor's office, and can also be used for citizens of the city of Los Angeles.
Why create a smart city? Well, smart cities are more responsive to citizens, and they help reduce environmental impact.
They're more cost-effective and they're safer.
Smart cities make people happier and more connected to their community. But also, we want to be on the cutting edge. I'm a big believer that technology can help save lives, make us more efficient, and deliver a better quality of life for our children and our grandchildren. This is a vast, vibrant region with many complex challenges. Well, we partner with AT&T because they've been a leader in technology for over a century, and that's what Miami's about. When you have data, you have to understand what the data means. Without the analytical aspect of it, it really becomes useless. And so smart city technology will allow us to actually solve the problem instead of just what the symptoms of a problem are. And that's why we chose AT&T.
Our population is growing, and we need to leverage technology to help improve livability. AT&T is supporting our efforts by providing insight and technologies, and that helps us be more efficient and more responsive. We've installed traffic monitoring cameras with smart signals. It allows us to manage traffic flow by modifying signal timing in real time. Our goal is to have this technology available along every corridor in Miami-Dade County.
Your quality of life is never going to be good unless you feel safe. First, we retrofitted our conventional lighting system with a smart LED lighting platform, which provides much greater safety for our residents. Next, we chose an area that had public safety challenges, and we installed cloud-based technology management platforms so police could access footage from security cameras from anywhere. The key to the system is AT&T's LTE mobility network, which lets us stream all of the security footage, which would be very difficult without AT&T's LTE network. Real-time monitoring, along with these lighting upgrades, go a long way toward making people feel safer in their homes and throughout the county.
We have to get everybody connected. We're putting free Wi-Fi in our community centers because it's important for young kids to have access to technology, because then they're going to be much more competitive in the future, and that's what we want to do for all the kids here in Miami-Dade. It's a great partnership between AT&T and Miami-Dade County. That's what a smart city is all about.
Chances are you probably have a smartphone, but not many of us have a smart home like the one we're about to enter. If you're a hardcore techie, this just might be the house of your dreams, where almost everything is rigged to be controlled with a simple touchscreen. But tonight, ABC's Neil Karlinsky finds out the dream home can lead to some rude awakenings.
Stacey Higginbotham may live in a normal Austin, Texas neighborhood, but inside her home, it's more like the Jetsons.
Now say hello to our new maid, Rosie, Elroy. Can you throw a forward pass?
Or at least about as close as you can get to that right now, and all the weirdness that goes with it.
Okay, Ubi, play some music.
Okay, I will put it there.
Okay, so maybe some technology isn't quite ready for prime time.
That's the dumbest gadget I own.
But Stacey's world is a small window.
When you touch it, it turns on.
Into what we could all have with a little patience and perseverance. A seamless future AT&T calls digital life.
You leave the house in good shape?
Yeah, of course. Where you can remote control virtually your entire house from your phone.
Yeah, sure you did.
Smart home gadgets are poised to be the next big thing. Sales of smart gadgets are expected to exceed 36 million units in the next 2 years. Her devices and appliances are all connected to each other and to the internet, which means Stacey can control them remotely from her phone. Her smart house might outsmart a thief.
That's pretty cool.
But could it be an easy target for another kind of criminal?
I mean, do you ever think about that when you wire up your house that someone could control?
That's not a huge concern of mine. That's a lot of effort to go through to, like...
So you're not too worried about it?
Who's gonna come after me?
That's what this Ohio couple probably thought until someone hacked into their baby monitor and started yelling at their newborn. They spoke to Fox 19 in Ohio.
I also heard a voice again start screaming at my daughter. He was screaming, wake up, baby, wake up, baby.
So we invited a professional hacker with her permission to try to break in electronically.
I have my directional antenna.
But Amir Etemadi, whose real job is to help companies find weaknesses in their own products, demonstrates what malicious hackers could do parked just outside your home. Amir shows off what he can do once he has access to the network.
We're going to go ahead and turn on some of her appliances.
I think within 5 years, most people will have at least...
That is something out of a horror movie right there.
Man,
right.
Can you imagine it?
Like we knew something was going to go on? That scared...
That
scared the tar out of me.
That was a real jump.
And we're going to go ahead and unlock the door, her back door.
Oh.
I think that was your lock.
That was our lock.
Let's go look. Come on.
And that isn't any laughing matter.
See, but that's the real fear, right?
That.
You know, the other stuff's kind of funny, whatever. But I mean, someone can unlock your house.
Although, if someone really wants to get into your house, you can pick a lock.
Yeah, but isn't that the modern day? There it goes again. I mean, isn't that the modern day lockpick? There's a guy outside with a laptop who's opening and closing your door lock.
It is, and I don't like it.
The lamp went on and off. The blinds went up and down. Amir was in, even though he was outside.
Why do I need a new box? They didn't tell me.
This box only goes up to like 60 megabits, so it's a lot slower and it's older. And this only has like the older Wi-Fi technology that we've had forever. This new box has the new Wi-Fi technology, so instead of maxing out at like 60 megabits, you can go up to like 400 or 500.
So what's the new Wi-Fi technology?
It's just a different frequency.
Oh.
It's called 5 gigahertz.
Oh, so
The
this
old
is
one-
5G technology?
Yeah, the other one was 2.4 gigahertz, so this is like a lot faster.
Okay.
It's going to take an update, and then once it comes up, I'll change the Wi-Fi name and password back to what you had it.
Oh, okay. They didn't tell me that they were putting 5G. I didn't even know that you guys...
Yeah, for the Wi-Fi we have that, but not for like the cell service yet. Just
Oh, okay. So you have it for the Wi-Fi, you just don't have it for the cell.
Yeah, not yet. I think
Okay.
probably this year or next year. Maybe this year it's coming out. I'm not sure.
Oh, okay. And yeah, because nobody told me that I was getting 5G. They just told me they were going to give me the higher package, but they didn't tell me it was 5G.
Yeah, it's just the new Wi-Fi technology.
But what if I don't want the because I don't necessarily think I want that high of a frequency. So how do I get them to lower it? Or
Is that like to lower your speed?
yeah, because I didn't know I was getting this high frequency. I just thought that I was getting a higher on my regular box because they told me it was just going to be for my regular box. They didn't tell me that I was going to have to change boxes and all this other stuff.
I can give you the sales number and say, hey, I want to lower it. But it's up to you. But also, I mean, however much you want to pay, because usually there's a price difference.
Right. It was only like, he was like, I'll get you higher internet, but it's only going to be like $4 more. And I said, oh, okay, great.
Yeah, sometimes they have really good promotions on it, and that's why they put people at that higher speed.
But he didn't tell me it was going to be 5G. That's why I was confused when he said that. So is that dangerous to have those high frequencies in here?
No, not at all.
Because you're going from microwaves to millimeter waves.
No, it's still microwaves for that frequency on this. It's just a higher frequency. The 5 gigahertz is actually smaller distance that it can go.
Okay. So it's not. So it's still.
It's different than the phone, like the cell
Okay, so
phone
this is going to be a different. So, because I know that y'all are. So I guess for the phone service, you're going to have the millimeter waves.
Yeah.
So this is still in the microwave.
Yeah, it's
frequency.
Yeah.
And so, like, the millimeter waves is going to be like whenever you guys get the cell phone towers
Yeah,
out.
cell phone towers, and they're a lot bigger.
Yeah, because you know that causes cancer.
Yeah. And if you're close to it, I was in the military, worked with all that stuff, so.
Yeah, because I don't know how safe that's going to be for people.
I don't know.
I don't want any high frequency stuff in here.
Okay. I can turn the 5 gigahertz off if you want. The 2.4 gigahertz that we have for like regular Wi-Fi, I can keep that on.
Okay.
That way you still have your Wi-Fi in here. Maybe the satellite communication stuff, and all the guys that I was with were all the girls were saying that because we work with that stuff, it like takes our male phones on or whatever.
People are getting neurological effects, people are getting cancer from wireless radiation, people are getting immune system problems, and fertility is affected, basically affecting all systems of the body. And people just go to that website you talked about, bioinitiative.org. This looks at 3,600 studies and breaks it down by different sections of the body and shows you there's definitely evidence that wireless radiation is very, very harmful and should be minimized rather than maximized, which the FCC is doing in concert with the wireless industry and their lobby group, CTIA.
But it's actually scarier than that, because even if you're not using a cell phone at all, they're putting towers up all over the country without your permission. You used to have to sign something, and you saw those little green tree-looking things that were cell towers, you know, and if they were going to put them within a certain radius of your house, you had to sign off of them. Not the case anymore. Tell us.
Yeah, so there's a new wireless technology, 5G. So right now we're at a lower frequency, like 1 to 3 gigahertz. This is now 24 to 90 gigahertz. Just to put that in perspective, 90 gigahertz is 90 billion electromagnetic waves per second hitting and going through your cells every second. That is far from natural. Your heart has a circuit, has electricity to it. Your brain has electricity to it. It's about 8 to 10 hertz. This is billions of times more than what's natural. And 5G is being forced on us. In California, SB 649 is going to make it so they can put one of these transmitters in front of your house. And 5G doesn't travel very well because it's very dense. And so they have to put a transmitter about every 2 to 10 homes. And they're not going to ask you about it. They're just going to put it in front of you, exempt from any health, safety, or environmental review.
On streetlights.
On streetlights, on poles in front of your house, on any kind of fixture that can get what they want. And it's not going to be your choice. There's not going to be any consent. And I got to tell you, it's not a very Republican thing to do. It's not a very American thing to do. And these bills are stripping away your constitutional rights to protect yourself and your families. But this goes way back. The 1996 Telecommunications Act that was passed in 1996 by Bill Clinton had Section 704 that banned by law looking at health and safety when they put cell towers in. This is how they built out the whole network. They've known about health effects for decades.
This is Orwellian.
Absolutely. It's a concerted, concentrated effort to hide wireless radiation health effects. And it's absolutely time it stops. 5G is, we're looking at a worst case scenario. High frequency, high intensity wireless in front of your home in close proximity continuously. What's interesting is the Army, and people should look this up. Look up the active denial system. The active denial system. The military is using these frequencies at 95 gigahertz. And remember, they're talking about 24 to 90 gigahertz for this as a biological weapon for crowd control. So on the one hand, the FCC is saying it's completely harmless. On the other hand, the military is using it as a biological weapon. Somebody's lying. And what's interesting for your audience to look at is their own insurance policy. Look at your homeowner's insurance. Look in the back under general exclusions. You'll see asbestos isn't covered by insurance. Earthquakes aren't covered by insurance. Fires aren't covered by some insurance. And then you'll see electromagnetic radiation or electromagnetic waves, the kind of emitted from wireless technology. So the industry, the insurance industry that is given the mandate to assess risk has assessed it as a high-risk agent and says they won't cover biological effects from wireless radiation, yet they're putting the exact same thing near your home, next to your head, in your schools, and it's absolutely wrong, and it's time we do something.